أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى أهله وأصحابه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon each and every one of us. This fantastic Friday evening, you are most welcome to our program called Fundamentals of Islam, reaching you live from NTA. We give thanks to Almighty Allah for everything He has done for us. You are most welcome to the program called Fundamentals of Islam, reaching you from NTA. Jazakumullahu khairan. My name is Abdul Fattah Adeyemi, and I want you to please join me to welcome to your living quarters and wherever you are this beautiful evening. We have engineer Sheikh Imam. Yes, that's the engineer Ibrahim Jibril. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You are most welcome, Sheikh Engineer.
I'm honored to be here. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you very much.
May Allah continue to reward and bless you.
Ameen.
Sheikh is an engineer, is into the media and many other things that are related to technology. He's also one of the leading clergies in Abuja, and he has headed a lot of Islamic organizations, and he's still doing a lot more for Islam. So we want to tap from his wealth of knowledge and experience concerning our topic of today that has to do with the social media and the Muslims, the social media. We all hear of this, and it seems to be so ubiquitous. Wherever you look at, people talk about social media, even though some know about it, some don't know much about it, some are afraid of it, some are scared of it, some are in love with it, some are addicted to it, and some are so indifferent about it, and some even hate it with passion, and some are very suspicious of the social media. Some don't trust social media at all. Which one we did? How do we look at it as Muslims or as adherents of faith who believe in Almighty God and are very concerned about matters of morality in our society? These are some of the aspects we want to look at. I hope I've not expanded it, but let's pick it from the narrow end. Social media generally, what exactly does it entail?
Well, alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala ma la nabi ba'dahu, nabiyina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Social media is simple. It's society, social.
Okay.
So it's everybody and media. When it's not social media, when it's conventional media, then it's NTA talking, controlling and talking to everybody.
Okay.
So NTA is talking, Radio Nigeria is talking, media is talking to people. But social media is people talking to people.
Oh,
so society media, everybody media,
anybody talks,
everybody listen. Is a marketplace, is a market media.
So there's no referee.
There is no, by default, currently the table is wide, everybody is just there. And so it's everybody media.
Oh, there's no like raise your hand.
Raise your hand, I'll talk, you talk. That's the state of, that's what is social about it. Because the internet it rides on the internet. If you take TV, it either rides on the radio frequency, the terrestrial channels ride on radio frequency. The satellite channels have a satellite in space, broadcasting to everybody. But social media rides on the internet. Anywhere there is internet, anybody that has internet, it's not everybody that will have a transmitter that NTA has in his house. It's not everybody that will have a satellite in space. But with the way telephone and internet covers everybody, then everybody has access to it. So it's society media, social media, everybody media.
So everybody, anybody talks to anybody,
everybody, essentially, anywhere, anytime.
And anyhow.
And anyhow, well, that's where the problem
so
the how part.
Yes, when you say the how part of it, it's getting a little more scary now. I wasn't as scared as this before, but I wanted to allay my fear. Now, it is there for anybody to use, for anybody to reach you, for anybody to... are we safe when we look at it that way? Are we safe? How secured are we that anybody can just talk to you anyhow? Are there some security parts to it? Let's say, for example, if I don't want to touch my phone now, there's no problem with that. But it's like hiding my head in the sand.
Precisely.
Many other things are going on around. Tell us first the aspects of this social media. we know there's Facebook, right? Yes, we hear there are so many more now. Tell us some of these things and let us know, must we join?
Yeah. Okay, so I've always tried to liken the social media to a city, a fresh city. Imagine what Abuja was before we moved in, before it became what it is
FCT.
today, the FCT and everything. It was just virgin land. So people coming from all over the country, all over the world, just come. At those early stages, there was no order, there was no structure. There was so many infrastructure, so many security posts were not there. So some people just land, they colonize an area.
And say our people will be here.
We will be here, and they are just living there, and there are no regulations. So on social media, is largely the key thing with social media is the internet itself. It's sitting on the internet, and the internet is designed to be as free as possible. So when your computer, because the internet is an interconnection, is a network of computers. So your phone is a computer, my phone is a computer. So the internet is a connection between your phone and my phone and everybody's phone, everybody's device. So social media is sitting on that. So now it's about who builds his own network for people to come and talk inside. I'll give an example. When Abuja was open, and maybe the early complexes like Banex Plaza now, he built early. And then Banex Plaza was among the early ones. But afterwards, other plazas also opened. So if this does not meet your needs, you set up your own. So the big boys that set up first were the Facebooks. And then later, WhatsApp and the rest set up. And then Facebook sees that this guy are gaining influence and people, so he buys WhatsApp into his network. So at the end of the day, we are currently in a state where 2 or 3 big boys have colonized large expanses of land within that city, within that virtual community. So you have a big Facebook city containing Instagram, containing WhatsApp, all under Facebook's control and coordination.
So if you are, once you are on Facebook,
you are essentially, your data is shareable with Instagram. You are highly connected with your WhatsApp account is connected
one way
or the other to their data centers, to their operations and everything.
Then some people still talk about Twitter.
Then on Twitter space is a slightly smaller space. It is there. So it is about who has the mind, and that's where the concern is. That would you sit down and let people carve out space, drag your children into place, set the rules? Because while we say there are no rules, it's not exactly like that. Some people deliberately made it ruleless to suit their vision of what they want to do. So, like if you enter the Facebook complex now, if you entered a typical shopping complex, they can have their rules. You must pay before you even park your car. You must.
Especially nowadays, you wash your hands.
You wash your hand and sanitize. So they can decide. They could have decided to do all that. So, but as it was and as it is, they set the rules in those spaces. So whoever is not satisfied with the rules, the smartest thing for him is to build his own shopping mall, which is his own website, provide the services that people would want, and then set the rules. So people that value those rules will come to what you have set up. But if you are lazy, if you are weak, and like Allah said in the Quran, in Surah An-Nisa, that there are some people that will get to the day of judgment, and the angels will ask them, why are you weak? Why are you losers? They will say, no, we're weak people in the world. And Allah will, and the angels will tell them, is the land of Allah, was it not wide? Could you not go and set up your own place and practice? We say, we didn't know. Now, we don't want to get to the day of judgment or even in this world and be doing we did not know. The smartest thing is for us to develop our ability to build our own ecosystem and be able to set the rules that work for us. So I think to a large extent, when you have everybody already on Facebook, everybody already on WhatsApp, you become reluctant to challenge that status quo. You just follow the flow, and then you come back later to say there are no rules. Well, you enter the place, where the rule is that there were no rules.
That's a rule on it.
That's a rule on its own. So it's actually for us to step up and
Okay, so it
do
depends
something.
on the individual now.
It depends on the
when
individual.
you get to a place where there are no rules, you have to respect yourself. At least make some rules for yourself that, as far as I'm concerned, this is all I'm here to do, and this is what I will do, and I will answer.
Yeah.
Now, we encounter this social media through our phones, through our iPads, through those who have computer, and now recently, even through the TV, there are some smart TV like that. So, in as much as these things are all around us, there should be some good thing in it. We may talk about the bad side later, but let's be very, very optimistic now. Any average person that owns WhatsApp, for example, what does it stand to gain from some of these things? I'm using WhatsApp because I know a whole lot of young people are already on Facebook. Some of the our papas and grandmas, maybe they will convince them to do WhatsApp so that they can communicate. But generally now, anybody that has any of this, either Facebook or WhatsApp, what does it do? What can we use it for? Forgetting about the rules the
rules
creators
no
put in
rules,
place,
yes.
we as individuals, what's in it for me?
Fantastic, Ustaz. The thing with social media and the whole internet space, you see, we need to know is the whole internet space. But social media specifically, we need to know that these devices, they are gateways into a city, into a place. It's not about the device itself. The device is like the city gate of Abuja. You pass through it into Abuja. When you get into Abuja, you can decide you are going to the central area, Garki or Wuse. So the device you are holding is a gateway to a lot of things. So it's now you enter the gateway, but which property do you have inside Abuja? So if you have a phone and you're on WhatsApp, it's not so much about WhatsApp. It's what you have to offer on the WhatsApp. If you are a teacher, what are you teaching on the WhatsApp? That when people get through their gateway, through the phone, and they say, where do I go now? You pop up, and they say, okay, I can learn X, Y, Z. I mean, in this COVID-19, one of the things which I had suspected would need to happen is that a lot of subject teachers are out of, the schools are closed, so what would the teachers be doing? I've seen a lot of teachers setting up English class, physics class. I'm a physics teacher, so I have a physics class. I'm a maths teacher, I have a maths class. So because the schools were the ones that will bring the students, build the compound, pay for the compound, bring the student and bring the teacher.
Yes.
Now COVID said we can't go into a physical space. So now there is a chance for teachers to meet students directly. Through that WhatsApp, through the various possible gateways, the TV, the mobile phone, the tablet, your car, anything, wearable devices, all these things, they are all gateways into whatever services you are talented in.
Wait, engineer, you just said something now that really, I wasn't thinking about it before. You are talking about it as if you go in and offer something. I used to think you go in and look for what you can
then you will be a consumer. The problem is you will need to be productive. You need to earn money. Every day, if you wake up in the morning, you are already burning money. You eat, you clothe, you pay water bill. So if you are not earning and you need to pay all these things, your account will not be balanced. Very soon you have to go back to the village. So if you must survive in the city and survive online, you must be offering something.
So it's not the matter of just lying down
and just leave and be doing WhatsApp. You are burning time, you are burning this, and you are spending and you are paying because you are alive. If you are paying, you have to pay for the data. You become hungry very soon. You need to go and find food. So you can't sit down and not be earning money.
So
you need to set up what you are a professional in. If you are a sportsman, you are setting up a sport academy. You are doing some sports tricks and showing people, entertaining people, aerobics and this, and people are paying you. But if you go there and you are going to only watch and consume, you are paying all these people, and you are not getting paid by anybody. That looks to me like a loser. May Allah not make us losers. We need to, if you are a good mother, go in the business, go online and produce how to be a good mother. If you don't want to show yourself physically, you can produce audio videos, audio clips, and just put pictures and text. and you are recording what it takes to nurture a girl child, what it takes to nurture a boy child, and be producing audios of it if you don't want to show yourself. If you want to show yourself, because let's see you, it's not a problem. We see you in real life. We can see you online. So package yourself, get ready, and be recording how to train a child, how to raise a baby child, how to cook in the kitchen. That's a mother that is in the house.
Everybody has something to offer.
Everybody has something to offer.
What of somebody who didn't go to school, who can only speak their local dialect?
He has his local dialect to offer.
Social media accept local dialect.
A lot. You see, in fact, that's one thing I tell a lot of people, that if you go online now, if you check the local dialects, especially within the Islamic circles, the Facebook pages and accounts of Yoruba scholars and Hausa scholars and Igbo scholars, they have more traffic than English scholars in Nigeria. I did not realize until we did a lot of effort to promote English scholars on our platforms, but we saw that the Hausa scholars could easily connect with the Hausas. The Yoruba scholars could easily, more effectively, if you open an Ebira channel, Ebira people would be able to connect with your channel faster. And you know, on both the big boys now, the YouTube and the Facebook, what is happening is you think you are talking to people directly. You are not. Between the content you produce and the people that are listening to you is a computer program, is an algorithm that looks, say, okay, you produced a sports show or an Islamic lecture in Yoruba. It will be helping you to look for Yoruba people that love Islamic lectures, that are based in this place, that until the computer finds enough people for you, it will link you. So it's easier for the computer to find specific niches. So he knows when he sees a lot of people and he sees that Ebira on their profile, you know, you fill in your profile. Yeah. So if he sees Ebira, he will just pack all of them and go and give it to this person.
So that they will
see that person, and then they. But if it was English, there are so many English that the algorithm is not able to connect you as fast.
I see.
So if you are a mother, if you are a teacher, if you are a imagine if you have a good mechanic that has a strong online presence. Facebook will easily, YouTube will easily be able to link that mechanic to anybody that searches for "my car broke down along Wuse Road." You will be among the few people that will pop out because it's a niche. So you'll be able to grow faster if you can be consistent. The algorithm will be able to link you with your audience. But if you only go there to consume, you'll be wondering what is happening.
To look for the next gossip.
To look for the next gossip. What did this person say? What did that person say? Then it's just like somebody walking around on the street of Abuja doing nothing. Just looking at houses. This house is nice. This house is nice. You better get into your own office and get to work.
And get something done.
And get something done.
So that is it. It means everybody who is connected should find something he can offer to the world out there. Yeah. And it pays off eventually. So that means we have to develop ourselves so that we have something we put out there to others. But you can't keep putting out without getting back.
Yeah.
How do people look for what should benefit them? Yeah. How will people look for something that they can learn from? Please advise some of us about that, so that we'll not just be holding the phone and we'll just be wondering what do they want me to do with it. The opportunity we have to stay home and hold our phones, how do we search? How do we look for? Yeah. You just mentioned mechanic now. How does he make people to know that he's there? Yeah. So that if their cars break down, they can easily call him from around where he is. Somebody who is selling Zobo, for instance. Yes. In what way can this thing benefit her?
Yes. It's unfortunate that without people, a lot of us suffer just because we don't have information or knowledge about these things. Yeah. What it takes to buy your property in this empty Abuja city that we are talking about is, I think if you want a .ng, for example, that's your own property now, your own address. Okay, if you want on Ahmadu Bello Way now for them to write your own address, Jibril Ibrahim plot, plus 706, and they put your name there and reserve it for you, whether you build on it or not. The first thing, that doesn't cost you more than 3,000 naira, 4,000 naira. That's barely $10. You don't need more than $10 to buy your property on the internet. That's the first step. So, of course, you have two options. It's either you go and rent in somebody's in Banex Plaza or something. So you just go to Facebook and register and open a page.
Normal Facebook.
Normal Facebook page, or either Facebook page or Facebook profile. But you are inside the Facebook world. But it's a big world. It's like just going to rent a shop in Wuse Market. There is already a lot of people coming to Wuse Market.
Already,
so there is probably an advantage in buying a shop.
Someone will come in
and then they will just see you. So that's the advantage, whether you advertise or not. That's the advantage of Facebook. Or you could say, let me just go and open my shop in front of let me buy my land afresh. Yes, you'll be able to control the rules there. Now, if you have opened a Facebook page, your next most important thing is to be able to just take your phone and be recording what you do, however small.
Let people know.
Let it be there. Facebook, the algorithm will help you look. What happens is many people, one, do not have the courage or the conviction to go on there and try. They only just go there and look. So you need to first go there with the mind of productivity. That you are going there, you are not on the internet to waste your data. You are buying the data. Who is going to pay you back? So first is that you need to have that mindset that you are going there to make money, to get something from the system. Now, if you open your Facebook page and everything, the typical thing that if you, even in real life, many things you have to learn it first. So even the management of your Facebook page and everything, there is a bit of learning to be done.
We cannot do it.
You cannot just do it. It's a few learnings there. And sincerely, Google has made a lot of progress with learning resources that are so free. The YouTube and the Google search. They are so free. What Google did is so smart. What they did was, Google does not have any content of its own. YouTube does not have any serious video of its own. What YouTube did is, all of you that have videos, let me know, bring it. I will help you tell people, or make it available to people.
So that people can see.
People can see it. So, and YouTube is free. So there is, sincerely, I can say 75 to 80% of what I know of the internet, of technology. I do a lot of 3D simulation for engineering projects, and I learned them free. Sincerely, I make my earnings largely from what I learned for free on these platforms.
So there's big opportunity.
Big opportunity, but almost anything. It's just that you need to know that it's a new space, you need to learn. So, you know, my big advice for the Ummah currently is our young ones. You see, you cannot fight. I don't know how they say it, Dada or Leja or something like that.
You cannot fight,
but you have a younger person or a powerful person. You are not strong as you grow up, but your children are very strong. Our children must be configured to know how to go there to learn. Because, yes, because the space, if you enter the space, entertainment is way larger than education.
To learn, I see.
So you are likely to see, it's like coming into a compound and you see a big something. Entertainment is way larger than education. So you need to deliberately divert the children to the education. If not, they will get sucked in the entertainment.
We'll be looking at the social media and the children at some other time.
No.
But for now, your parting shot for everybody out there that is holding a phone as Muslims, what do you say summarily?
Well, in summary, I think everybody must realize that that phone is a tool. It should be more of education than entertainment.
Okay, it's a tool that we can use
for education.
Yes. May Allah make it easy for us. I wish we could go on and on, but that's about the size of our discussion for today. Thank you so very much, Engineer. We have learned a lot too. This one that you just said within a few minutes now is going to change a lot of lives, I believe. Jazakallah khairan.
Amin.
So our esteemed viewers and listeners, let's do this again, same station, same time next week. May Almighty Allah preserve our lives. Do have a beautiful weekend ahead, and please stay safe and pray hard. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.